First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. As you can see, the name of my video is called Magical, and I do that on purpose. It's I have to say that as disgusting things are with me, how I'm being manipulated. I just dropped a video that's like an hour long. That just shows how these people want you to be an idiot. It's clear that what they try to do is to try to make you internalize the way they manipulate you, and they utilize this ways of have this stupidity. It's not even. It's so retarded. It's so nonsensical because, and I understand the concept. The thing is, they want you to be internalizing these manipulations, so you I guess don't have that rage that you would have by seeing what they're doing. But it's impossible to miss what they do. It's impossible to internalize what they do. It's impossible. It's like everything is there to see things for what they are. Tiger Mitchell, listen, I know there's a lot of trickery, a lot of disorientation, a lot of distortion. I know something that's hard to understand sometimes is like, who's doing that to us? But the answer is there. These governmental entities have been doing it for years. The technology has been around for so long, and the entities developing this technology have been well described and identified, documented. The clowns around you is part of the distortion and the way they just try to just dumb you down. These next door clowns are around you. These nobodies clearly aren't the people behind this. Now they participate and they should be accountable for their participation. But these little losers are nothings. Some of them are children. With that being said, should still be accountable for what they're part of. I'm not saying that you shouldn't put the accountability of being participants on them, but they're nothing. You can erase all of them, you can kill all of them, nothing will change with you. They're what you call the bottom feeders in this whole thing. Now they love these things because then you imagine some loser like the purpose that you see around you being able to partake in something that's so advanced to the point of altering you and manipulating this is advanced technology. This is not magic. This is not some wizardness happening here. This is very sophisticated, organized, orchestrated, programmed by governmental entities linked to the DoD. This technology comes from entities like DARPA, the Department of Defense. Listen to some loserness who just finished school yesterday. Some of them still haven't, to try to gaslight you. There is a purpose for them too. For me, that purpose is to make me think like a freaking retard. I see grown men and women turn into mental retards to gaslight me. I get it. It's gaslighting. But when these perps who are childlike gaslight me, they don't dumb themselves down. They're already on that level. They're not far from that spectrum. So it's easier for them to behave this way. They have nothing to lose. They have no self-esteem. They have nothing accomplished in life. This is their accomplishment. So they're going to go hard. They're going to be the clowns because this is how they're being appraised and praised for. Respected, like they get the respect from the clown that they are. When you see a grown-ass woman doing that, so you look at her, it's like, look how low you've gone. I deal with coworkers who've accomplished so much to see how low they stoop to gaslight me. Or I don't go down with them. I'm like, yo, fucking clown. You are able to. I deal with some of my coworkers, smart women that can, but to see how mentally they turn into fucking clowns. I put that in their faces. Oh, you're doing that to the wrong person. Because I'm the type of person, when you dumb yourself down like that, somebody like me, oh my gosh, I will hold on to that stupidity and put that in your face. I will make you eat the stupidity that you've created because you thought I was going to gaslight me. That is the wrong person for that. I'm not that type of person who go because people are acting this way. I'll be like, oh my gosh, look at the clown that you've become. Look at these retards. And I'm gonna put that in their faces and put that in their faces. Okay, look at the reality. Look at the mirror. Look at the. I know it's gonna make you more angry. Look at that. It's gonna provoke you. It's okay. I couldn't do it. I couldn't help. I couldn't just do nothing and let this just happen. That's why I make so many videos and put the mirror in the faces of a lot of these perps that don't want it. Go watch my last video I'm gonna drop. I blur the faces, but these people are people who are supposed to be respectable. Look at all the things they have against them. For me, it's reinforced reality. In the video I just dropped that you watch, or if you watch, it's a long video. I talk about how they wanted me to subscribe to this manipulation that you'll see here. For example, before this phone dies, they do this nasty manipulation that consists of, let me see if I can pull it up, that consists of manipulating my libido, like a lot of target video I've mentioned. Just like many target video dealing with synthetic telepathy, they do this manipulation that consists of manipulating your libido, your sexual arousals, and do disgusting degradation manipulation. I see little babies, from the toddlers, not even infants, to toddlers, to whatever age. So the older the kids, the easier it is to manipulate, because if they start looking like adults, they can start playing my brain in different ways. But babies like this, this poor baby here, like this. They're doing something, playing my brain, giving me stimulations. And wanting me to be subscriptive of this. This is the disgusting things they do. And wanting me to internalize this. Now, clearly, I know this is what they do to me. Clearly, you see me. So for somebody who don't think that I'm just naturally experienced that, I know they are playing my brain in degrading, disgusting ways that they've known to be tormenting target individual to the point where they've caused mass shootings. They've lost their mind. This is the tactics. Stimulating me, but they wanted me to be like, no, what we're doing, we're mapping to you as a child. We remember it matches with the stupidity. Is how they changed my brain to experience things. And you clearly hear the noise campaign. This trash around you, this loserness that you can hear the noise campaign. This participant, nothing. They're nothings. But this is the ecosystem that surrounds you. That is meant to make you internalize this manipulation as they manipulate you to have these experiences. And they're doing something when I see the back of this little kid. That's their job. Their efforts is to put you into a state of retardation to the point where you identify with this. Now, this technology can manipulate you to have sexual arousals, to have perception, stimulation, sensation, however they want it. For me, they're like, yeah, it's a girl, it's a boy. It's like, whatever this child is, you are making me experience this experience. And that's the disgusting thing they make me experience. My brain like that, no, because it's a boy. I think it's actually maybe even a girl, who knows. But this is how they wanted me to subscribe to this. And they're like, no, we mapped it. You hear the noise campaign. What you hear, the noise campaign, this is what you call perps. It supports this program in gaslighting you. That's their purpose in this program. Very not insignificant individual, but this, what they do, the tactics is significant in regard of how they want you to be subscribing to this. As I was making the video up, because the way they want me to subscribe to this, like, now we're making you being a child and this and that, because remember what you did as a kid. Like, no, I didn't experience that. And what I did as a child is what a child can do in this impulsive state of a child's brain at that age. But if you look and you act like you're mapping and you just try to figure who I am and you profiling me and psychoanalyzing me, you'll see what happened when I was 16 years old. And what I kept thinking about. I had this experience with an older lady when I was 16. Stayed in my brain for a long time. Thought about it, fantasized about it for years. It's been really something that in my mind I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I actually think about things I should have done to go take it even more further. And as I was listening, like I made that whole video, go listen to that. And I'm describing what happened. And I was like, when that happened, I didn't say anything because as a 16, I'm a 16-year-old. I'm enjoying this. I'm 16, and I'm a 16-year-old boy where something is happening, and as a 16-year-old, I'm gonna let that happen because I'm finding myself lucky to experience that. I want this to happen more often, actually, as a 16-year-old. These clowns flipped it to what I'm saying to make me imagine, because currently they're telling me, they're framing me with freaking retards that are 16 years old. And make me think, oh no, you see, 16-year-old, she's gonna tell. They're gonna tell. And they've been saying these things where we told. Because they're framing me. You've heard so many videos about them framing me. So many videos. As a matter of fact, you even have pictures of some of the clowns I suspect they're gonna be utilizing to frame me. Some little retard with a little forehead popping out of the fucking face. Some goofy ass looking shit over there. And they try to reconstitute, yeah, you see, with that dumbass retard. And even the same video I'm talking about, today they tell me they frame me with some retarded ass trash over there. And I'm like, send this fucking little retard trash my way. I will slap the shit out of this dumbness. They look clowns. For years now, I've been making videos about these little clowns telling me they're framing me. I talk about my story when I'm 16 years old. They try to flip it to them. Me being with a 26-year-old, they start creating up the stories they're making up. The little dumbass with their little retarded foreheads and the dumbness they're supposed to. I'm like, this trash, come. They're like, you're Drake. Okay, yo, I'm Drake. Come on, come near me. Bring your dumbness around me. I'll beat the life out of you, you're retarded. Think I'm gonna let you live your little fantasy? And the noise campaign was real. Like, they were trying to gaslight me. I've made so many videos showing that these little retards are telling me they're gonna frame me. If they come near me method acting this thing, it's gonna be a problem. I don't want to be out here slapping a freaking retarded 16-year-old kid. But if a kid, or whatever age, they tell me 14, they come near me, thinking I'm going to allow the retard playing this game because they're making this kind of noise campaign, do another one trash. It's going to be a problem. I'm not going to let this little retard play the fantasized frame things they could have going on. It's gonna be a problem. Come call me Drake. What the dumb shit, Drake? Okay, I'm Drake. Come then. Come play the game. Dumbness. Try to flip the story of what I experienced when I was a 16-year-old. Happy about experiencing that. Try to flip into their shit like, nah, we told. What? Retard. You come near me, you get I'll beat you. I have a picture of these clowns around me. In all different from, I have the two little retard over there. I have some retard, two over there, retard, one dumbass who came out. I got Dongoroni over there, whatever the fuck this trash is. Videos of videos. And they're like, try to gaslight me. He's like, please do. And call me Drake. I'll say Roy Moore. Roy Moore. Okay, I'm Drake. Hey, say Roy Moore. And they're like, yeah, we're crazy. It's like, okay. If these preps are willing to go there, I just heard Steve Malou making a video talking about he's going to execute these people. He killed a 15-year-old. These clowns still think I'm going to have sympathy for them. And then they're trying to make me think, you see, we told, what? I was like, yeah, okay. Should I act like you shouldn't tell anything? You've been framing me. I know that. You method act in front of me, I'm going to react to somebody who frames me. I have pictures of these clowns. I have videos. I have body cams. I got this little retard with a forehead popping out. I got these 2 clowns over there investigating. I got some retarded ass grandmother looking shit over there. I have some poor 9-year-old over there I feel sorry for. That they put in this circumstance. Videos for years. And they think they slam doors around, I'm going to be like, okay, yes. So I'm looking forward to facing these clowns. And they're like, oh, we're so crazy. Okay, if you're crazy or suicidal, it's up to you. I'm not going to let you live your fantasy where you create your stories and then because you slam some doors and take my story as a 16-year-old being pinned down by a 26-year-old and then make yourself be that person. This shit is insane. Actually, I'm so glad that I've been making so many videos about these little clowns. And they're like, yeah, we told like trash. I've been making videos about your damnness for years. These next door neighbors tell me they're gonna have their children play rape victims. I have the people who empowers them. Now, for me, I know what to do if I face them. To all this fake ass, excuse my language, to all this perps who think I'm too distant of a man to react according to the way you should react when somebody's framing you. You're taking a big risk because I will react accordingly, whatever that means. I will crash out if it needs to be that, whatever that means. One thing is for sure. If you're teenage shit who think I'm gonna let you act like, oh my gosh, we told, and act like we're lovers or whatever trash stuff that you've been telling me you're going to frame me as, I will react accordingly. You will collide with reality, not fiction. If that's what helps you to stay in method acting, it's going to be a problem. You're not going to take the story of me at 16 years old with an older woman to inspire you to frame me. And I'm going to stay there and say, no, I told. Because me as a 16-year-old didn't say anything as this thing was happening to me because I was happy that me, a 16-year-old, had a 26-year-old woman doing that to me. I promise you, it's going to end badly for both of us. For me, really, there's nothing ending. It's going to end badly in either way. And I know these people are not like me. They still want to live. Let me just say this. They still have a future. So it's up to them. Now, the word magical, I just heard it. And I wonder if, like, I think they were influencing me to say that word. But it's the right word they made me use because in every ways, things have been magical in a way that they've been negated. I know that in this program they do this pedophilia type of torture. This experience I'm experiencing today, others have described it as a way to attack their mind. To hear the term, the pedophilia type of torture utilized by another target individual, who's a woman, by the way, who's a woman who even saw children being tortured as young as 3 years old, is a what's magical is not the fact that these kids are tortured or this woman is tortured, that the level of validation that they do these things, not only to women, but they torture children, is magical because it just erases what they paint themselves as. And all these other these other testimonials have been saying the same things over and over. The fact that a man like Steve Marlowe writes a whole manifesto saying he's tired of being abused psychologically via this technology, this telepathy technology that can manipulate his brain, and then ends up and executes four individuals. 15-year-old kid. The matter of fact, they're still messing with me. They're trying to make me say it's a different word, but a 15-year-old kid, a 15-year-old girl killed point blank with the mother. The mother getting shot first. Shot her outside of the house in a parking lot. Goes into the house, execute the 15-year-old girl, which they want me to say a different word. Comes out, kills the mother again, shoots the mother, who probably was already dead, was laying on the ground. So he shoots the mother before he goes inside, kills the 15-year-old, comes out, the mother is still on the floor. He finishes off whatever, if she's still alive, kills her, or shoot at her. Maybe she was already even dead. Not over. He goes to another house. 78 and 82-year-old couple. Murder, executed, execution style. After the execution, apparently, the video was made after he killed those people, saying, I'm tired of being a victim of this technology, of this weapon. I executed people who are involved in this, and kills them. And say he executed them in 2022. One 82-year-old man, out of all of them, only one male killed. An 82-year-old male, 78-year-old woman, 41-year-old woman, 15-year-old kid, girl. That they try to make me see different. To try to play with my brain. These trash wanted to present themselves like, do we look like we? And you expect me to let this fucking childlike shit, these children, this teenage shit, play a rape victim and do nothing? And think that because you're calling me Drake, I'm gonna subscribe, because I listen to Drake, by the way, that I'm gonna be like, okay. All right, take that chance. Drake? So you think because you call me Drake, I'm gonna be like, subscribe, I'm gonna let you live your fantasy? Like this, the musician Drake, that's still selling, or people are listening to him all the time. You think because you call me Drake, I'm gonna be the little clowns who are playing rape victims, call me Drake, I'm gonna he killed a 15-year-old point blank. You saying you calling me Drake is gonna make me subscribe to this? How delusional are you? They really think that. So this level of validation is magical, but it doesn't end there. You know what's even more magical? Not only they can't say the name Roy Moore, a man who allegedly was doing things to 14-year-old kid. Go watch the video. You'll see a picture of somebody who's just like almost covering herself, because during work I almost say Roy Moore to see how they were gonna react, because I was tired of them trying to play this Avengers of Protective Children. I was like, let me humble you, Roy Moore. Her eyes closed. It's like, you know when somebody's about to throw something at you and you kind of brace yourself and you close your eyes? That's how they reacted. There's a point when you see me walking and I blurred it in their office. I say Roy Moore, the people there turn red. Even somebody who used to call me, who would call me Drake early on, walking deer. Like, Drake. And I'm like, what, you dumb, stupid. I said, Roy Moore, oh my gosh, she started working, focus, looking straight. I'm like, Jesus. What's retards? Beside that, to understand that the year where they started manipulating my brain, tormenting me, was the year when this bill S1413 introduced, a bill that's supposed to limit the amount of child porn being downloaded by these governmental entities, DOD specifically. Because the prior year, in 2018, the DOD computer network was being ranked as top-tier child porn trafficking, where child porn was being trafficked and shared peer-to-peer at such a high level. They ranked top-tier for that. This shit is insane. Talk about, so the word magical, and the fact that it's magical, that this kind of validation is there. It's not magical that there's so much child porn that's navigating there. It's just magical that the fuckers who are just the bottom feeders in this thing, working for governmental entities that develop this technology, but this governmental that developed this technology as top-tier child porn trafficker, and they still have to try to gaslight me. They're the one protecting children. It's magical to have this validation that comes at this level of validation. These entities feel pedophiles that are pedophiles to the level where they're using their governmental computers to download child porn, are supposed to make me subscribe to this disgusting manipulation where they've done that to others, and to find that those entities that are orchestrating this thing, that are behind this program, not the fucking clowns that you hear making noise in campaign, these losers and nothings, are top-tier pedophiles. And they're like, we proved it, and have this level of magical evidence that these fuckers are pedophiles on a certified level of this nature. It's crazy. And by the way, today I hear the word magical being used, and I'm like, that's why the word magical came in my mind. They wanted me to use that because apparently there was a thing about Michael Jackson talking to The Game and 50 Cent, and he's like, oh, he liked to say, oh, when I was listening to this song, this thing was magical. The music was magical, magical, magical. And I was like, oh, this is why the word magical was coming in my mind. They wanted me to be like, oh, magical. We mapped it like a Michael Jackson. Magical. Proof. And I'm like, oh my gosh. There's a whole bill called S1413 that showed the Department of Defense being top-tier pedophiles. And your proof is using the word magical. And the truth is, I don't know why that's a good word to utilize in this case. Because this level of validation is God-given. It is magical to have this level of validation. You tell me, the same entities developing this technology have that much of a problem with pedophilia? Magical. It's fucking magical, excuse my language. You guys are a bunch of super pedophiles. On top of all the validation that they attack the mind in these ways, Target Mitchell calling out this type of tormenting, called pedophilia type of torture. Using the word, or the phrase pedophilia type of torture as the type of torture being utilized on them. Magical. These testimonials of tortures of children from all ages Now, the torture themselves are not magical, but to know that this level of validation is there, that they are torturing children. All kind of torture. Sexual torture, mental torture, health torture, physical torture that are non-sexual, all kind of tortures. Gas, like making them suffocating, seizure them, blinding them, all kind of tortures. As I'm saying that, they try to mess with me because they try to flip the word torture into something else and try to like make me I was like, in every ways it's been validated. Not only entities feel pedophiles, program torturing children, doing the pedophilia type of torture, known to rewire the brain this way. And what they wanted me to be like, the word magical being used, which is influenced by them, but it's a good word to be using this because I don't know why the word I can come up with that describe this level of validation. This is, I don't know. I can't even come up with a word that can describe this level of validation. They talk about a little girl. There's testimonial of a little girl that's 4 years old with Down syndrome being sexually tortured with her sister who's 5 years old, also Down syndrome, also sexually tortured. You can't make that up. In this program, go further. A baby that's 3 weeks old that's tortured, an infant baby girl. Now, it's terrible. It's horrible what's happening to these babies and these children. That's why when I see this trash, I see them for what they are. I see them for truly what the fuck they are and what they deserve. But to have that, to hold on to, that validates what these trash are really part of, is some level of magical validation that I'm holding tight to. This evilness is well documented. Not because they're going to do these evil things to me, they want to overcompensate for how they've been destroyed in that facade they want to present. They tell me they're going to castrate me, they're going to do this. I like, for me, I run to that because trash like you, I try to negate and compensate for the reality that you guys are the one harming little girls, torturing babies, women fried up. There's even stop trying to talk about women. Because that is just the level of validation of what they do to women is just surreal. It's beyond magical. It's majestic. It's another level. I think the majesticness of how validating of how tormenting they are to women is something else. It's beyond. I don't know a word that surpassed magical. And they don't even want to. They don't even want to bring it up. Children, the level of disgustingness that you can find out about what they do to children, and the entities that you heard that does these things to children. The word magical is the strongest word, the best word, because I can't understand why the word I can come up with. What can come up with this level? It's God-given. That's the other word I can give. It's God-sent. It's the only word I can come up with that is comparable. God-sent validation. That's the other word I can think of. God-sent. But the word magical just shows just this level of validation. You know, these clowns there. You've seen some loserness there. Talking about how I'm rotting. I know who's rotting me. I know what technology is rotting me. I know where it's coming from. It's not coming from some little retard over there who's in their pajamas. Her participation is so nothing. She's so unnecessary in this whole thing. She just enjoy partaking in this. I know my mortal enemy is not some fucking clown, teenage shit, whatever she is living next door to me. But I know how accountability is going to be accounted for. This is magical. To have this level of validation. These clowns make me use the word magical because Michael Jackson was using that to try to make me subscribe to this manipulation. I have testimonials of women talking about this pedophilia type of torture. There's a bill called S1413 that was introduced in 2019. The year when it started manipulating me because there was so much child porn being downloaded by the Department of Defense using Department of Defense computers. This technology derived from the DoD. Even DARPA, they got somebody that was working as a program manager there with child porn on his computers. I mean, it's just amazing. It's surreal. It's magical. It's beyond. That's a good word. Good choice of word. And then they use the retards over there to find validation of the word magical being used by me. Thank you, God.